Hello and welcome back to Breeze Gaming. In today's tutorial, we are looking at how to import and play audio files within Pygame. So currently I am inside of Jupyter Notebook and I just have a blank page pulled up, and all we are going to be doing is importing and playing a basic audio file. And you can import and play WAV files or MP3 files, whatever works for you. So to get started, we're going to import Pygame in System. And then we're going to, from Pygame, we're going to import Mixer. Now, Mixer is the module that Pygame uses to play audio, so that's what we'll be using today. And then we're going to initiate Pygame as well. So pygame.init, which is for the initiate. So now we have activated Pygame. So now we're going to go into the next cell that I've called the Mixer module, and this is where we will be loading in and playing our audio file. So to get started, I'm going to do mixer.music and I'm going to do load. Now load allows you to load whatever audio file you have, and similar to image files, I recommend having your audio file in the same folder location as your code. So you can just enter the name of the audio file instead of trying to enter a long location of a file. So in my folder, I have a WAV file called bark.wave, and it's just a dog barking. And that's the audio file that I'll be playing. And then the next item is I'm going to do mixer.music, and then I'm going to set the volume. So depending on how loud your audio file is, you can change the volume here inside of the module. So for myself, I'm going to put that at 0.5, but depending on your audio file, you can set that accordingly or not set it at all. So the next thing, to play the audio file, I'm going to create a simple definition. So I'm going to create a definition called play sound that we're going to use, and I'm just going to do a basic while loop inside of it. So inside of the while loop, I'm going to do user input, and so what I'm going to be doing is creating a scenario in which I play this definition, and then based on user input, the sound will be played whenever the user enters a specific key. And so for audio files, there's obviously a lot of different applications for them inside of Pygame. This isn't the only one, but this is an example I'm going to use to show you how you can play an audio file within Pygame. So we're going to do user input equals input. And so this is just a blank input that allows us to set up inputs later. And then we're going to do if user input equals, and then the letter P, we're going to say mixer music.play. And then we're going to do if user input equals, and we're going to say B, the letter B, then we're going to say break. So break will exit out of the loop for us. So this is just a simple while loop that's saying if my input is P on the keyboard, it'll play the sound that I have loaded in. If I press B, it'll break out of the while loop and in the code. So what we're going to do is play sound down here. Let's see, that's good. All right, so now I have the user input. I can press P, and that'll play the sound. Sorry if that's really loud on your ears. I probably can set that down a little more. But by pressing P, I can play the sound, and by pressing B, I break out of the code. So that is a basic application of how you can import and play a sound. Now, obviously, there's different kinds of sound files. Obviously, I have like a 1-2 second sound file. But if you're playing like a song and maybe you want there to be user input for pausing it, you can do user input, and you can do like Q maybe, and then you can do the same thing except this time music.pause. And what this does is it will pause your music. If you're playing like a minute long, minute 2-3 minute long song, and you set a key for pause, you can pause your audio file. So there's a lot of different applications and different methods you can use within the Mixer module. But this is just a basic application of how you can play music. So just creating a simple loop with some user inputs, and whenever you enter a certain input, you can play the sound. And you can apply an audio file that way. Just my biggest recommendation, just make sure whenever you load in your sound, it's in the same file location as your actual code. But that's pretty much the basics of how you can load in and play audio files using Pygame in the Mixer module. So that'll be all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you again, and bye.